And welcome to another live stream watch long reaction. This afternoon we're watching reacted to Canada versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. Hopefully you're wrong. 2-1 Bosnia. Hopefully you're wrong. We are starting Tenny Luashe, so I think you might be wrong. Either way, Canada versus Bosnia and Herzegovina, FIFA World Cup 2026, Group B, Match Day 1. Here's the one where I sweat bullets. If the Mexico fans were sweating bullets yesterday, here's the one where I sweat bullets. Welcome to the show. I'm nervous. With that being said, here we are, Canada. Well, I won't speak Spanish for this one. I really don't need to. I'm happy with the lineup, frankly. I'm very happy with it. Who do you think will replace Cesar Montes? I hope it's Edson. It's probably going to be Israel Reyes, and they bring in Jorge Sanchez to play lateral. Probably. Starting 11s are as follows. For Canada, Maxime Crepeau, Alistair Johnston, Luc De Fougereau, Derek Cornelius, Richie Larea, Tejan Buchanan, Ishmael Kone, Stephen Eustachio, Liam Miller, Jonathan David, Tani Luashe. For Bosnia in goal, Vasilij. The back four, Sad Kolasinac, Tariq Muhar Imovic, Katic, Amar Dedic, Amar Memic, Benjamin Tahirovic, Ivan Basic, Esmir Bajrak Terovic, Jovo Lukic, Ermedine Demirovic. Why isn't Alfonso Davies starting? Because he's injured. He's not fully healthy yet. It depends on how we lose. But at the lowest, a 6. 5 or 6. If we just lose, we lose. If we lose, it's a 5. If we lose idiotically, about 8 or 9. Packed house, eh? I would hope so. Because they have to play all the group stage games, and there's 48 teams. So do the math yourself. That's not my strong suit. Some of y'all going to be happy today.
All right.
Do it for all North Americans in CONCACAF. Why would Mexico not call up more center backs? Because nobody thought they'd get a red card. I don't know. Besides, you only really have 2. And then 1 CDM who can play center back. But either way. National anthem soon. Hopefully you guys can win. I was happy Mexico won yesterday. I was happy Mexico won too. It's going to be... I'm nervous. This one's much tougher than South Korea. Or South Africa, my bad. Bosnia's actually going to try. That's the problem. South Africa didn't try against Mexico at all. And we're not at 50,000 feet of altitude, so... I think South Africa might lose to Czechia at this point after watching the game last night between South Korea and Czechia. South Africa's bad, and 2 of their best players just got red carded too. There were 3 red cards in the Mexico-South Africa game.
About that. Mexico won, right?
Yeah, 2-0. I don't have time for that, but if I was Canada, I'd be like, this is the time. This is our house. You can't let them win. If I was Bosnia, I'd be like, do what got you here. Be assholes. Here we go. Respect. Bosnia anthem first. Wearing white with the blue sleeves. And Edin Dzeko's not starting for Bosnia, which honestly shocks me. And they actually showed a camera shot of a St. Louis bar full of Bosnians.
Really?
Yeah. Which doesn't surprise me because, I mean, if you know about Bevo Mill and all that.
Oh, yeah. I just didn't know that.
I'm talking about them.
I don't have that on there.
4 games every day starting tomorrow. I think my watching streak's going to end. Says Hat Trick. Well, not for me. This is going to be hell. But then again, I wouldn't have it any other way. If I get burnt out to hell and back, I wouldn't have it any other way. Better be worth it. And that FIFA World Cup debut patches on their sleeves because they're going to put them in trading cards. Because, of course. I'm nervous, yes, and I'm going to probably be sweating bullets by the 30th minute, especially if we don't score. And here comes the Canadian anthem. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
All right. Atlantis?
Yep.
Wow, I like to hear that.
I'll find the video after when the actual anthem. I'm sure somebody will post it.
That's good.
I'm glad she was there, though.
Yeah, cool.
At least they picked somebody who's Canadian that I know doing the anthem, unlike the friendlies, because I have no idea who the hell that was either time. They'll shake hands and we'll get underway. And it's smoking at BMO Field. Of course they got the flares and smoke at BMO Field. Why wouldn't it be? What's your thoughts on Canada's opening ceremony for the World Cup? I didn't really get to watch it because Fox didn't show it on TV, just like they didn't show the Mexico one. But they'll show the U.S. one, knowing them. I know Bublé got to perform. That's cool. I like Michael Bublé. I know they had Bryan Adams there at the Fan Fest yesterday, or was it Wednesday? Because he's Canadian, don't you know?
Mm-hmm. I've seen him. Front row. He's awesome.
What's your prediction? Somebody asked.
Mine?
Yeah.
Canada 3-1.
Okay. That actually ain't too... If they actually could finish, I mean, they're going to have the ball probably for most of the game. If Canada could actually finish, that's realistic. They are starting Tanny Luache. That's the good news. The bad news is I still don't know if they could finish the bulk of their chances. Oh, Lord. This could be one of those games. I have a bad feeling. It's going to be one of those. Honestly, all have been. Maxime Crepeau in goal. Richie Larea, Derek Cornelius, Luc Defugero, Alistair Johnston, Liam Miller, Ishmael Kone, Stephen Eustachio, Tejon Buchanan, Tanny Luache, and Jonathan David, the starting 11 for Canada. Playing at their own home stadium on their own home ground, looking for their first World Cup win. Hell, looking for their first World Cup point. Can they get it done in their own home country? Vasilic in goal for Bosnia. Kolasinac, Mihar, Imovic, Katic, Dedic, Memic, Tajarovic, Basic, Bajrak Terovic, Lukic, and Demirovic for Bosnia.
Dang.
Hey, at least Esmir should be familiar.
A lot of bitches.
What would your reaction to be if all the home hosts win their first game? I'll be happy because I want that to happen. CONCACAF supremacy, unless they play Canada or Japan or Morocco or Croatia, which none of that's happening yet. If any other CONCACAF nation plays Canada, I want Canada to win. If any other CONCACAF nation plays Japan, Croatia, or Morocco, I want one of those three to win. But none of that's happened yet. So, for now, complete CONCACAF supremacy. Come on, Canada. Canada wearing their red, Bosnia wearing their white with blue sleeves. This could have been Italy, but Italy choked. This could have been my dream match, but Italy choked. And here we are. This is more of a St. Louisans dream match than my dream match. But hey, at least Canada could win at their own home stadium and get their first ever World Cup win at their own home stadium, right? If things go to plan. And we're about to kick off. There we go. And we're off. Liam Miller gets the ball and Canada plays it straight forward. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Good start. Oluwaseyi out for a throw. Good start for Canada. Tenny Oluwaseyi had it, but it's out for a throw for Liam Miller to put it on. 0-0. 18 seconds into the match.
That's small. For some reason.
Throw in for Liam Miller. Header down. Canada has it. Cross in. Cleared away for a corner. And Canada's taking the fight to Bosnia early. Which, I mean, again, expected we'd have the ball for long stretches. But again, it's only the first minute. Corner for Canada. Eustachio to take the corner. The captain, Eustachio. The referee, Facundo Teo from Argentina. Some people say he's an interesting ref. We're going to find out. Ball crossed in. Short, low cross. Canada has it in the box, and Bosnia can clear. And they do. And Crepeau meets it at the center circle. Thank God Crepeau's our starter. I'd be worried if it was Dane St. Clair. He probably would have let that shit go all the way back. Oh, Fox is letting Owen Hargreaves call this match. That's a horrible idea. You know that, right? Oh, no. Fox is letting Owen Hargreaves be a commentator on a Canada match. Oh, that's not a good idea. Canadian who chose to play for England.
Wait, they didn't do nothing, did they?
No. Top 3 teams of the World Cup are Bosnia, USA, and Colombia, says. Okay. Terrible shot, Bosnia over the top. Header, down. Shot over the bar. Goal kick for Crepeau. I can't believe Fox let Owen Hargreaves call a Canada match. The dude didn't even want to play for Canada. What are we doing? That's salt in the wound. Crepeau clears it away. Why are we letting a guy who didn't want to play for Canada, who was born in Canada, call a Canada match? I'm sure Fox didn't know any of that. I'm sure, because they don't know shit about shit. But, whatever. Playing forward. Canada's 3rd FIFA World Cup appearance. Well, that's probably why, Ryan. They only have made 3 World Cups. Okay, has England won one since 1966? You're about as close to winning with them as you are Canada. Try me. 4 minutes in. How we doing, Winvo? But at least England was there. I don't care if you're there if you don't win. I'm sure a lot of English people want to forget a lot of the World Cups they've been in by the end of it, I'm sure. At least I don't want to forget Qatar. I wasn't old enough for 1986. I don't want to forget Qatar. Maybe I want to forget this one by the time 2026 is over, but at least we hosted. So far, it looks good, though. 0-0. I know it's only 4 minutes, but so far, this doesn't look like a World Cup I'd want to forget. So, at least match quality-wise. Free kick for Bosnia. And we got a super chat, a $2 super chat. Arbiz, all the best, Ryan. Make CONCACAF proud. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bosnia's second World Cup appearance. Their best finish was a group stage finish in 2014. It wasn't 2012, it was 2014. Wide, out for a goal kick. See, Fox don't know shit. They said 2012, not 2014. Fox sucks, man. Thank you for the $2 super chat. How we doing, McChronicle? 5 minutes in. Over the top. Oluwaseyi runs.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd have a better run than that. Come on. Do you think Turkey-Australia is going to be a good match? I'm going to it live. I just want to know because you're a smart football man. Well, thank you. I think it's going to be an interesting match. Turkey is the dark horse, the perpetual dark horse in football for like the past 5 tournament cycles, World Cups and Euros. Australia is a tough team. They always fight. They always try to play hard. I think that'll be a very competitive match, Turkey-Australia. And if you want it to be a good match, it better be competitive. I don't think either team will blow the other out. I think it'll either be competitively defensively or competitive because it's a goal fest, or the teams answer back, but I don't see how that could be a bad match. I don't see how Turkey-Australia could be a bad match. It's definitely not one of the ones. First ever competitive meeting. Didn't Canada play Bosnia in a friendly, though? Well, competitive meeting means meaningful game. Yeah, true. But either way, it should be a good match. Fox gives the worst commentary for the South Korea game. That's why I have my watch-alongs, because at least I know stuff about this sport. Watch the games on Fox, mute your TV, and listen to me. Even if I go on tangents, I still know more than them. I don't care if I'm tooting my own horn, I'm right. 7 minutes in. Or just watch it on Telemundo, even if you don't know Spanish. I only know enough to get by, and I still understand what they're saying. So, but again, I can't hear the commentary because I have to call these, so it doesn't matter to me. 7 minutes in. Throw in. Bosnia has the ball. Let's go. Understandable. Hope good for Canada, but I hope Bosnia do well in the group. Depending on how, well, I prefer Bosnia to upset Switzerland, That would be helpful for us if we won. I'd rather Bosnia do well than Qatar. Eustachio. What, you think I feel different when national teams have problems with oil clubs? You think we want oil nations to do good? 0-0-0-6 for Canada at World Cups. They don't even have a World Cup point. They lost all 3 in 86, and they lost all 3 in 2022. Man, that Croatia game. It started so well, then went so badly. I was live for that one, by the way. It went so well, now so badly. exactly what everybody should do. Playing forward. Out for a throw-in. That Belgium game, pretty good for Canada too, of course. They should have drawn that one if they would have scored their penalty. But that was 4 years ago. Enough complaining about that one. 18 wins, 9 draws, and 1 loss in the last 28 matches played in Toronto for Canada. And we know what that 1 loss is. The game against Jamaica. I don't need to say when. Everybody remembers. So they don't lose in Toronto. Unless you're Jamaica and Jaime Hallgrimsson's the coach. And guess what? We also drew Ireland. Guess who was the coach of Ireland at the time? Or just a couple of weeks ago. Or a week ago. Jaime Hallgrimsson. I don't know if I ever want us to play a game against a team coached by Hallgrimsson ever again. The next time would be too soon. I'm sure they'll show the USA opening ceremony on TV. Header back. Canada, honestly, looking like the better team. And that's when shit goes south. Just wait. If the jinx thing is true, that's when things start going south. Liam Miller keeps the ball up. In the Premier League now with Hull City, Liam Miller. He will play starting in August in the Premier League.
Really?
Yeah. Because Hull won the EFL playoff to get to the Prem. And I'm sure he'd stay at Hull now they're in the Prem unless they deem him surplus to requirements. But either way, that would suck. And Alistair Johnston gets blown by a Bosnian player. Makes the tackle. Is that going to be a card? Yes, it is. Yellow card for Alistair Johnston. I mean, he kind of had to do it. I don't think it's anything more, but Oluwaseyi passed the ball back to Johnston, and Johnston wasn't exactly ready for it. He had to make the tackle. I think a yellow card's the right call there. Shouldn't be anything more than that. Same. Alistair Johnston with a yellow card. Memic is down. Free kick for Bosnia, 12th minute. I mean, he wasn't even that far away. I don't think you could turn that to a red card. Did he get much of the ball? No. I don't think you could turn that to a red card, even on VAR. So he kind of had to do it. If he didn't, they probably would have a good chance at a goal. I'd rather face a free kick than have them streaking at the goal. Header, caught by Crepeau. Bounces at him and he catches it. Header by Lukic. Saved by Crepeau. No, Bombito's good enough that he should be able to play at least by the Switzerland game as a starter. He's a lot healthier than you'd think, says Jesse Marsh. And I guess Prizo's a lot worse off than we think with his injury because they didn't take Bombito off the roster. It's probably a mixture of the two. Of Prizo or Bombito's better off than you'd think, and Bombito and Prizo's worse off than you'd think. So, throw in for Richie Larea. So it's probably that. 8 o'clock, USA plays Paraguay. Also on Fox. Richie Larea with a throw in. So all 3 CONCACAF host nations will have played by the end of the night. Header. Tomorrow, Haiti and Scotland play. Tomorrow. Over the top, Jonathan David. But the Bosnian gets there first and plays it back to Vasilic. I think there's a lot of games on Tubi. Well, I mean, there's some state. I mean, at the time, yeah. I mean, Bosnia is a lower ranked team. And I mean, if they're playing lower ranked teams, yeah, they're going to play on a cow pasture. I mean, the lower ranked of a team you are in any confederation, there's a much more likelihood that your pitch is either turf or a cow pasture. I mean, have you seen playing forward? Hell, ironically enough, Spruce Meadows, I mean, Canada's, the CPL's a pretty high-level league, and freaking Calgary legitimately plays on a cow patch. It's Spruce Meadows. Especially when it comes to the winter. It gets bad. Ball crossed in. Header. It starts bad and ends badly. In Calgary. For the Cavalry. 15th minute. I'll never forget the Forge Cavalry CPL final when they played the two-legged one in 2019. The Spruce Meadows pitch was absolutely diabolical. It was diabolical. I mean, I think Canada looks fine. I mean, Bosnia's up for the fight, but I think Canada looks like they'll control the ball more, and they could just finish their chances. They can win this game. I don't think Canada are too... They're not getting outplayed. Playing forward. Oh. Go, Oluwaseyi! Oluwaseyi! Cross! Top of the box. Buchanan has the ball. Switched play. Tajon Buchanan, top of the box. Canada cleared away by Bosnia. That was the first... They didn't get a shot on it, but... The Bosnia badge is literally the country. Yeah, well, in the middle of it, yeah. I mean, that is pretty cool. But Larea. Liam Miller. Richie Larea. Liam Miller back on the ball. Liam Miller to cross in. Header. You ain't South Korea, but you ain't gonna win a header against Bosnia. Header down, shot, save, Vasilic. Jonathan David puts it right at the goalie. Vasilic. And this is the type of stuff that I didn't want to see. Canada missing chances. Missing locked on chances. Oh, Lord, here we go again.
Ooh.
And Canada pressing Bosnia there. Teni Luashe, 2 goals and 25 appearances for Canada. Much better club level. Goes down and a free kick for Canada, center circle. Bosnia overrated. They told me Canada would lose 2-0. We're still only 20 minutes through the game. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. But Bosnia definitely got hyped up heavily. I will agree on that. But Canada are generating opportunities. The problem is can we finish? If you haven't been paying attention, it's can Canada finish those opportunities? That's been the story. Ever since, Jesse Marsh took over. Copa, they finished enough to get to the semifinal, and then they played Argentina, and that was never going to go their way, even if they were finishing opportunities. Let's be real. But they had their opportunities in both matches against Argentina, if you remember. I do. They had their opportunities in those matches against Argentina. They didn't convert. And Canada still has problems converting their chances. Even with Oluwaseyi starting over Laren, they still have their problems converting. They need to convert those chances, not just get them. Who replaced Flores? It was Jaden Nelson, now playing for Austin FC. Used to be a Vancouver Whitecap and a Toronto FC player. Now he's an Austin FC player. That's out for a throw. Or not. It stayed in. Perfect play by Canada to keep that going. Liam Miller spins around. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. And bad pass by David. But Oluwaseyi gets onto it. Advantage played, Larea. Larea bounces it off, Bosnian player. And Bajrak Terovic taken down. Free kick for Bosnia. Eustakio with a tackle. Oh, Seattle has a lot of Bosnians? I know St. Louis does. That's why they had a friendly at City Park. Dude, they were... I mean, I understand it, but, man, they were giving that friendly the big one. It's like... I mean, I wish St. Louis got a World Cup game. I don't understand why St. Louis didn't and Kansas City did. I know Busch Stadium. I mean, I know the Cardinals are playing, and nobody wants to play at Edward Jones Dome. In a righteous world, that USA game tonight would be at the Edward Jones Dome, not SoFi Stadium. In a righteous world, that would have been the case.
Ooh.
That's out for a goal kick for Crepeau. Or Larea's walking. It's going to be a corner. Let's see. Larea got the ball. I don't know. Free kick at least, if not a corner, but it's pretty much the same exact thing anyway. Corner. 20th minute. Oh. Ball crossed in. Header. Goal, Bosnia! No. Of course they scored the header. Jovo Lukic, 1-0.
That was a good one.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
Ooh.
I hate this. You suck. Bastards. Well, now we just put ourselves behind the 8 ball.
Man.
Header. Backwards, and Jovo Lukic knocks it in over Larea. And it's in. Bosnia leads 1-0. Of course, Canada would choke, as is 21st minute. Who am I kidding? Of course they were going to choke. But they're the better team so far. Yeah, score your damn goals. Score your chances. That's why. Bastards. Canada has zero discipline. Canada needs to switch goalkeepers. Dane St. Clair would have been beat by that too. He's even worse. It's not really Crepeau's fault. It's Richie Larea's fault for just standing there against a 6-foot whatever the fuck guy. Canada needs to come back. They won't. Because they won't finish their chances. They'll finish one and then give one up in the 92nd minute. And Lukic gets his first international goal because, of course, we had to let a guy who hasn't scored yet score. Yes, get St. Clair, and Bosnia would have 6 goals. Exactly. I'd rather have Crepeau, and it's a water break, hydration break, because, of course. What an absolute joke. What an absolute farce. And, of course, they're going to do the commercial thing again. Because, of course. Water break, international, or ad break as well. Is Canada the better team? Maybe. Are they losing? Yes.
Wow.
Suddenly reminded again, these guys took out Italy to get here. Why does Bosnia want to torture me? They took out Italy, took away my dream match, and now they're beating my team in Toronto. Fuck Bosnia. I don't care if people want to freaking beat my ass in St. Louis. I said it. Bosnia, my enemy. Bosnia is my enemy. Because, honestly, why don't we really want to go to Kansas City? And Canada's not playing in Kansas City, so Canada needs to put Bosnia in their place. So, if Canada makes the World Cup final somehow, maybe I'll try to find my way to New York. I don't know. Other than that, that won't happen, though. So. First host to concede. A first for Canada. The first host to concede. And the water break is over, and they turned on the sprinklers. Oh, BMO. 25th minute. I'm covering them all, though, so. No, I wanted Italy to qualify because that was my dream match. Italy playing Canada in Toronto. Half of a Italy stadium, half of a Canada stadium, that would have been the dream match. I mean, Italy-Canada to World Cup is my dream match anyway, but the fact it could have been in Toronto, the first realistic chance of it ever happening could have been in Toronto. If you know anything about Toronto, you know why it's a dream match. My European team versus my main team playing in Toronto. Half the stadium full of Italians, half the stadium full of Canadians. That would have been a dream. Like, I want to see Italy play Canada in the World Cup no matter what. Like, I don't care if it's in 2030. At some point in my life, I want to see it. But it would have been awesome to see it in Toronto. Like, that would have been the best. If it happens later down the line, it's going to be a little bit like, damn, Bosnia, it took away the best way it could ever happen for me. But will we have beaten Italy? Probably. Probably. But, and Canada's higher ranked than Bosnia, and we're losing to Bosnia. That's why FIFA rankings are bullshit. The only thing FIFA rankings are good for is seeding a draw. And even then, it's bullshit. Free kick for Canada. I also would have liked Ireland versus Canada, yes, but when we got the group draw, the winner of the Italy-Bosnia playoff, and it's going to be back for a free kick, was going to go to Toronto. And I was like, well, that's awesome, and I should have known it was going to go horribly as soon as I heard that. That should have been my first sign, been like, 27th minute, free kick for Canada, brought down, top of the box, Liam Miller in through, shot blocked away, Liam Miller loses the header, headed away by Bosnia, out for a throw-in. I mean, I would also like Ireland, Canada as well, but, I mean, that was a cool friendly, but throw in for Canada. Oh, nice header. Flicked on. Canada out for a corner. Let's see if they can score on a set piece. Cross in. Header down. Liam Miller Controls it. Jonathan David blocked. What are we doing? And it's going to be a Canada free kick. Jonathan David stinker and hooked, most likely. Give me promise. Juventus, you know what? Juventus ruined Jonathan David. I'm going to say it. Juve merda. Juve merda. You ruined him. Liam Miller does look really good. That's like the one positive, or the main positive. I don't care if we look better. We're losing. Wake the hell up. 28th minute. Ball crossed in. Short. Top of the box. Man, Bosnia's fast. They're tall, but they're fast. This is more of a bad styles matchup than you would think. Header. Like, Bosnia is fast. Jonathan David, advantage played. Like, you wouldn't think so. Like, they play fast. They're tall, but they play fast. Liam Miller, still. Bosnia is just clogging up every lane, and they're getting to the ball in like milliseconds. Like, Canada barely has any time on the ball. Bosnia, perfect counter team. Probably. Canada seemed quite pathetic at the attack. Pretty much, yeah, you're not wrong. That's sort of been our problem as things have gone on. Yes. We are very pathetic in attack. We can't finish. Now, I think Bosnia definitely is just absolutely burning to every ball, even though they have the lead. Like, they feel like they're right at the ball in a millisecond. Like, Canada barely has a millisecond to make a pass or cross the ball or anything, really. 30th minute. Throw in. It's hard to break down a tall defense. You're not wrong. Throw in. Miller. Liam Miller spins around. Goes down. Free kick. No. You're telling me that's not a free kick. Okay. Ball crossed in. Brought down. Oluwaseyi. Crossed in, and Buchanan wasn't there. 31st minute. Playing forward. Here they go. Shot over the bar. Damn it.
Way.
This is what Jesus Christ.
I mean, way over. I don't know.
You finally had time on the ball, and Oluwaseyi just sails it over. And this is why we're going to lose. How are Canada missing these chances? This is what they always do. This is what they always do. They always miss these chances. It takes them 20 chances just to score a goal. And that's the problem with this team. And even worse now that we can't score on Bosnia and they have the lead. We have the talent. Figure it out. Even with Kyle Larin not starting, turns out, throw in. Turns out, no, it's just a whole Canada problem. They ruined Jonathan David, or Juventus ruined Jonathan David. Promise David barely gets played. Kyle Larin is complete ass, and Oluwaseyi can't hit the side of a barn. Throw in. Header. Out for a corner. No, I'm just being realistic. So well up to the finish. If truth is hate, so be it. Header. The time for dreaming is over. The time for realism is now. The time for dreaming about what can be is over. Now we got to be realistic about what's going on. And realistically, we can't finish. It's weird they let Toronto FC play in the World Cup. Yeah, this is exactly what this feels like. Throw in for Canada. Playing forward. Hey, big ups to Bosnia. Mexico already did. Canada's not an attacking team. They need to play counter. Canada might be cooked versus Switzerland. They probably are. Injured. Canada's so getting grouped. Thank God we have Qatar next. Oh, Ryan Reynolds is there. That's why you said Deadpool. 35th minute. Canada's got to get a point here. That's just straight up. Then we have to beat Qatar. We have to at least pull this back to a point. We have to beat Qatar no matter what. But pulling this back to a point and beating Qatar, I'll be more comfortable. But then again, we'd have to hope for the lucky loser spot, or maybe Bosnia to shock Qatar, or Switzerland and draw them as well. That would still probably be 6 points.
Ooh.
Kone. Kone's had a really good game, and he passed it to the Bosnian player. Out for a throw-in for Bosnia, 36th minute. We're probably getting owned by Switzerland at this point. Tie against Qatar, beat against Bosnia and Switzerland. Playing forward. Canada plays it backwards. Eustachio. Header down. I don't feel like Ireland was actually a really good matchup to get us ready for Bosnia. I really don't. I don't think it would have been good for Italy either. Probably been closer. Cross in, save. Didn't we? I think we announced that friendly before March. Corner, 37th minute.
The wall.
Eustachio. Header. Oh. That'll be out for a corner just off the defender. Canada should have played Sweden. No, that's off the arm. It went. No, it's. I said corner. What do you mean handball? Unless they're going to VAR for it. No, it's not a handball. I don't think that was. No, it's a corner. It should be a corner. I'm fine with that. Cross in. Besides, we would have probably missed the penalty anyway. That shit did become a handball. One, because we probably would have missed the penalty. Second of all, ball don't lie. 38th minute. Playing forward. But if you want to shoot it in hands, I wouldn't complain. they're going to block it, might as well shoot it at their hands in the box. Out for a corner. And Canada's making chances. They just can't score. And that's the problem. 38th minute, but that's always been the problem. I've been good. Who's the best team Canada's not losing to? Ball crossed in. I mean, Romania. We didn't lose. We beat Romania. But you're talking about in the tournament. Well, I mean, I guess header, because we beat Uzbekistan and they're in the tournament. So is Uzbekistan better than Qatar? Well, it depends. Depends. Scoring is what you need to do to win a match. Yeah, I get that. And we can't do that. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I knew that. I watched enough games. Playing forward. Cleared away. It's like, yeah, I knew you need to score. That's how you win games. Trust me, I understand that. And can't control it. Jonathan David back to the goalie. Maybe we should be a corner or a countering team. Maybe we should be. Arguably, yes. Yes, he is. You know what? If Canada doesn't win their game, but the U.S. and Mexico do, I will be in hell. The shit that I'm going to hear. Oh, my God. It was bad enough in 2022. Imagine if MLS stadiums could be this packed on a weekly basis. One day, some of them are. Canada has more momentum in this match. Still hasn't turned it into a goal. And that's the problem. And this is what happened when teams who park the bus actually try to win. See, this is what the Mexican fans thought Mexico looked like yesterday. Mexico, I thought, looked pretty good. I don't understand why Mexico fans thought that game against South Africa was disgraceful or a joke. They looked good. I mean, yeah, the 3 cards, but, you know, free kick for Canada. But for me, this is what they think Mexico looked like. This is exactly what they think Mexico looked like. Canada actually had the hardest group, too. Yep, and that was pretty much, that's why Jesse Marsh got a 4-year contract. Playing forward. Don't I always overhype this Canada team? It's actually a perfect one. Canada's like a severe weather setup. They're like a moderate risk in the year of 2026. Any of them. It looks very likely that the moderate risk is going to perform, but there's one fly in the ointment that makes them look bad and makes it a bust. The fly in the ointment for Canada is they can't score. They don't know how to finish at a high clip, but under Jesse Marsh, and even under Herdman for an extent, and Mauro Biello's just a shit manager, so that year I'm going to discount because I just am. But, yeah, it's actually a good comparison. Canada's like a severe weather setup. Can't blame Canada, though. You're playing a team that could have beaten Italy, that did beat Italy. I know it was a penalty shootout, but Canada playing like this won't get far. You're right. Because they They're playing well, they can't finish. That's the same story it's been for years. If they could just finish, I would be right about them. But at some point, it's either going to happen or it's not going to happen. And we're getting to a point where if it doesn't happen, we really jump the gun on giving Marsh that extension. Now you could say, but what manager we could get that's just as good, if not better, than Jesse Marsh? Probably nobody unless Carlo Ancelotti leaves Brazil. And Carlo might be the more guy, a guy who's more, has a better system for us. Well, that's how he won under Jesse, or that's how he won under John Herdman, was counterattacking football. It's always been when we play lower teams, we play down to lower teams. No, it's just that we can't finish. But at least when you lose to Netherlands, that doesn't feel bad. It's like, yeah, Netherlands is better than us. When you lose to Argentina, it's like, okay, Argentina is better than us. They were the world champions at the time. When you lose to Uruguay on penalties, it's like, hey, it's a cool moment, but it was a third place match and, cool moment. But overall, playing forward, such is life. You lose to Guatemala, then that's some problems because you can't finish and you're on a red card and you go to penalties and you lose on penalties. That's different. You lose to Mexico, it's like you think you're better, but are you really? Turns out maybe not. Canada will probably get third.
Mike Myers.
Oh, yeah, Mike Myers is there. Canada be the first host to leave. At this point, probably 4 minutes of stoppage time. Depends on what you mean by early. Header.
Ooh.
46 minute. Cleared over the top. Buchanan.
Just kick it out.
46-minute free kick. Well, that worked out. Yellow card for Bosnia.
Another one?
Yep. This guy loves giving cards. That's something I definitely heard.
What did he? Oh, I mean, that incidental. Okay.
Lukic gets a yellow card. A goal and a yellow card, huh? So, what would be a Gordie Howe hat trick in football? Because you can't really fight. Yellow card, goal, and trying to figure out what a Gordie Howe hat trick would be in football. You can't exactly fight. Playing forward. 46-minute. Yellow card, red card, give away a penalty. Assist or injury. David missed a sitter. Hat trick. Playing forward. That's out for throw-in. Buchanan down, 48th minute. I just want to see a freaking Canada point at this point. Canada needs to channel their CONCACAF status to get more physical. That's the problem. Jesse Marsh took away most of their physicality. Cross in, header. Trying to score that way is just not going to work against Bosnia. Another corner. Not too much promising. This is basically the Belgium game all over again. Canada's dominating this half in every aspect except the one that matters. Over the bar, header, goal kick. Someone needs to teach Canada to shoot and pass. Canada needs a lucky goal. Probably. Canada losing to a population of 3,110,000. I mean, that's not that bad. I mean, they're not Iceland. Halftime, 1-0 to Bosnia. 0-1 at the half. We'll take a short break, talk about the stats, get this one going. Another Canada can't get it done game so far. Of course. Sid Tabby back. Yep, the boys from Bosnia are taller and stronger, and that's pretty much the story. Sid Tabby back. Short break. 0-1. We're back for the stats to half because Canada's speed is isn't working against Bosnia's height. Oh, lovely. Well, that's going to be even worse than losing this game because the way Mexico's playing, they'll probably beat us. Jesus Lord. Canada needs to start their tallest players to score. We really don't have any. That's the problem. And I don't even think Kyle Larin is much taller than Tanny. Luache is 6'2". I'd rather have Tanny on than Kyle Larin, even if Kyle Larin's taller. But I think Kyle Larin is 6'2". They're both the same height. So what's the point? Promise David. Promise David is 6'5". Yeah, put on Promise. That's what I'm talking about. Alfie Jones, maybe? DeFugero's pretty tall. Cornelius. Either or. I mean... Or maybe just stop trying to get headers. But then again, I don't know what else you're going to do. Canada, 7 shots, 66% possession and 34% possession. 7 shots to 5. 1 shot on goal to 2. We have 164 accurate passes, 75% to 79, 67%. 1 yellow card to 2. 9 corners to 1. 7 shots to 5. 1 shot on goal to 2. 219 pass to 118, 75% pass actually to 67, 16 throws to 17, 0 offside to 0, 1 yellow card to 2, 0 red card to 0, 4 fouls to 8. Canada has the possession. They have the shots. They're dominating in everything. They're the better team in everything, but the one thing that matters, and that's goals. Bosnia scores a set piece because they're taller than us. Bosnia's playing very fast. They're closing up the lanes very quickly. It's very hard to find anything to get through against Bosnia. But I don't know, man. We can win. They need to score is what matters. Exactly. That's my point. They need Promise. Come on, Canada. Yeah, let's put on Promise David. Ugh, Maron. Well, let's see where this goes. Bosnia has the tallest team in the World Cup. I would have thought Czechia. Eastern European teams, man. They're tall as hell. But if South Korea could figure it out, you think Canada could figure it out on this end. Canada's got taller players. Canada's got taller players. You would think Canada would be able to figure it out than South Korea has. And I guess maybe the difference is split somewhere. But either way, then Norway, then Sweden. Well, I mean, I'm sure Erling Haaland definitely, takes care of part of that himself. Guess our Marcelo Flores wouldn't have made any difference here. Probably not. No, I mean, overall, We keep going. If the Europeans weren't so damn tall, they wouldn't win much. Well, I mean, the tall teams aren't really the ones who win. As in, like, the Eastern European teams aren't really the ones that are winning things. Except, well, I wouldn't say Croatia is that tall, that abnormally tall. France, no. Spain, no. Oof. Schaffelberg promising, hopefully. Canada's about 40 million people. Argentina's mostly short players. I mean, just because you're tall doesn't mean you're going to win. That's exactly my point. I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed. Somebody says any longtime Canada supporter isn't surprised by this. I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed. I'm more pissed off because I know I'm going to hear way too much about this, and that's the problem. Well, then again, what do I think? I don't know. Either way, unless you play Canada, that means tall players means win. Trying to play from the wing and cross it in versus the tallest team at the World Cup. Don't want to be. Canada isn't going to win with that game plan. Exactly. We're not going to win with that. It's always been that way.
Really?
All right. Playing not to lose, can't do that in big, high-pressure games. Well, yeah, that's part of it, yeah. But then again, Canada just can't finish. So, I mean, it's more the fact it's our normal can't finish problems. And then, I don't know. I don't know. So, I actually disagree. We're just donkeys in the box. We're still getting in the box. Do I need to say the Ray Hudson quote or not? So, do I need to say it or either way? Fair enough.
Oh, there they were again.
Yeah, of course they're happy in St. Louis, whatever bar that is. And here comes second half. Bosnia to kick off the second half. 3:07. Okay, I was a little bit. Possession without penetration is just masturbation. Ray Hudson. He actually said, well, I think he did. Somebody said that was his quote. I guess he said it. I don't know, but he's right. Shot save. Maybe that's misinformation. That was his quote, but if it ain't, I'll take it. And either the stadium is now empty or people are stuck in the concourses. It's either or. So I could have sworn that stand was full. 45th minute. It rhymes too. If I'm Jesse, I'm like, actually, could we please actually stop crossing the ball? Break down their defense openly. Let's stop crossing the ball because it's not working. They're freaking tall. The only person taller than them is Wembanyama. Play the ball forward. Break down their defense that way. We're not doing it with crosses. If I'm Bosnia's head coach, I'm like, let's keep this going. Hold the hell on, guys. You got your goal, and they're not going to finish. So, yeah, I think we've won this game. Don't blow this. Lads, it's Canada. Don't blow this. You probably won't, though. They won't finish anyway. Throw in. Lewandowski might be going to Chicago. Well, that makes sense. You know how many Polish people are in Chicago? Cross in. Shot! Oh, my!
Oh, man.
Just, it bounced and didn't go in.
It's just not.
Yeah, it's just not Canada's day, isn't it? You miss a chance like that where it's...
Dang.
So close. Throw in. Long throw. We're doing long throws now. Have we not?
We've had 3 good chances.
I just said stop the crosses and stop the long throws. Let's actually try to work the ball through. That's probably the only way we score against these tall guys, and we're doing long throws. Jesse Marsh, do you think you're Mikel Arteta? And he just underrun the ball. Why are we taking long throws? And goalie gets there. Oh.
Looked like he was running there.
That's definitely going to be a free kick. Both players are down. Oluwaseyi, and this is 2 injuries. Keeper is injured. They brought out the physios for the keeper. Oluwaseyi.
Looks like the keeper hit him full harder.
It's definitely a drop ball, at least. VAR, please. What? I don't know if you could punish either of these players. I mean, yeah, it's a collision and keeper gets hurt, but I think the keeper went harder at Oluwaseyi than Oluwaseyi went at the keeper. They were both chasing the ball. Oluwaseyi is onside.
I mean, he came in, he sort of put his...
Like, he jumped in the ball. He punched him in the head.
Yeah, I mean, he was just...
I didn't even notice that. I mean, yeah, he went for the ball, but then he comes through and hits his head. But
screw him.
I don't know if that's going to be any punishment. But
to me, he had the right of way, and the goalie could have let up. He didn't have to do that.
He should have let up. Like, he got the ball, you let up. Goal kick for Vasilij. Okay, he's not hurt that much. Of course. Header. Like, ironically enough, he's not that hurt.
Double fisted in the head, and he's the one being looked at.
Playing forward. Oluwaseyi, Vasilij covers.
Somebody should have smoked his ass.
Punched the ball first, though. Just be what was a goal kick. Yeah. The fact the follow-through's what gets me, though. Free kick for Canada. So this referee likes to throw cards, but he won't throw cards on that. Huh. I mean, sure. Play in the middle. I mean, they're doing a little bit better with that right now. Playing forward. That's what I'd rather do. Crosses ain't exactly going to work.
Can you hold him like that?
Yeah, as long as you don't push him down.
Okay.
Throw in for Canada.
I didn't know you could hold that long.
Well, there was no whistle blown, so 51st minute. Cleared away. And now Canada's starting to play Arteta ball. Like, that's actually going to work here. Oh, my God. Like, yeah, we're going long throws. Like, that was a good idea. Saved. Just a little bit too much dip on that. Got a little bit too much dip on your chip, bud. Header. Buchanan out for a Canadian throw. I mean, at some point, Buchanan. Canada has more possession. Bosnia 27%, 19 in contest, which I forgot about that. You know what? I don't even know. Did they use in contest last summer during the Club World Cup? I don't even remember if they did. Shit. Okay, it looks like people are returned to their seats. Free kick Canada. Oh, what do you know? Goalkeeper. A goalkeeper punched, two-handed punch guy in the head against Mexico in the past, and that was a red card. Of course, it isn't here. Canada need taller players. Well, the problem is we're trying to play more attacking football instead of. Besides, Eustachio in through. Here's the chance shot. Oh, it didn't go in.
You're 4 times.
Oh my God.
That's not good.
I need a replay.
It
hit the underside of the crossbar and probably popped out. Eustachio plays it through.
How did he miss that?
Oh, saved by the goalie. Then it hits the goal. Then it hits the goalpost crossbar, and kicked away by Kolasinac into the crossbar.
And then he tackles him. So
it's just not our. You know what? Maybe at this point, it's just not our day. 4 really good chances for Canada. Luke Defugero with a yellow card.
Technically, 2 of them could have went in either way.
Yeah.
I mean, out of the 4 or 5 chances they've kicked. Jeez.
And this one's going to be a goal against. Oh! Wow.
I would be
corner.
Man, that
Demirovic corner for Bosnia.
Sucks. He should have had that.
What a save. What a save from Crepeau.
It makes up for one of the other ones.
What a save from Crepeau. See, Dane St. Clair wouldn't have made that save. Thank you, Crepeau. Maximum Crepeau. That's what I'm talking about. Just gets a foot to it and makes sure he got a foot to it.
Oh.
Lorea. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
Dang,
why that was missed. Corner. Saved. Clear the ball. And we're just going to run it forward. Hopefully that doesn't bite us in the ass. It didn't exactly bite us in the ass. Could have been very dangerous. Miller. Ball crossed in. Goal kick. Went out for food, came back. Canada still 1-0 behind. Losing 1-0 to Bosnia. I respect good goalkeepers as a goalkeeper. 55th minute. Lukic had a goal in the 21st minute. That's a Canada throw. What was that?
He's done that twice now.
Ball crossed in, saved by the goalie.
We've had more kicks on this.
Header. Out for a throw-in for Bosnia. De Fugero heads it out for a throw-in for Bosnia. Well, what? Okay. Canada has the ball. Crepeau plays it out for a Bosnian throw. Header. Chips it over the top. Free kick for Bosnia. What a time to shoot. Marsh, we need subs. What are you waiting for? I don't know. I don't know what he's waiting for. I have no idea. Header. Punched. Out for a corner. Promise David coming in for Canada. This time wasting in the 57th minute is shameless. Over the bar. Goal kick. We need some fresh players. Imagine if we had Flores this tournament. Subs coming. Buchanan. Promise David. Jacob Schaffelberg. And number 20 is Ali Ahmed. We're going to make a triple sub. Yeah, I would too. This has been poor. I agree. Who's taller between Sinclair and Crepeau? Sinclair, but Sinclair is a shitty goalie. Crepeau makes better saves. He may not be as tall, but he makes better saves. Sinclair's a damn fool. I don't care if the goalie's taller, if he's a shittier goalie who can't make reflex saves. I don't care if he plays the ball better at the back if he can't make reflex saves. I don't care if he's taller, if he's a damn bozo when it matters. At least Crepeau makes good saves. I'll stick with Maxime Crepeau any day and twice on Sunday. Hell, if you want to go with a taller goalie, let's see how taller Owen Goodman is. Owen Goodman is 6'4". Yeah, he's taller than Crepeau. Crepeau's like what? 6 feet, 5'10", 6'1". Okay, he's a little bit taller than I thought. Oh, he was offside when he got punched in the head anyway. Dane St. Clair is 6'3". So it's not that far off. But hell, Owen Goodman's taller than Dane. Qatar's going to beat Canada at a minimum 4-0. Bosnia can't even beat us more than 1-0 right now. You think we're going to lose that bad at Qatar? You're wrong. Jacob Schaffelberg coming in for Liam Miller. Promise David coming in. And Ali Ahmed coming in. Oluwaseyi is off for Promise. Or no, wait. Schaffelberg is on. Oh, they're taking off Jonathan for Promise. Oh, Liam Miller, Tajon Buchanan, and Jonathan David off for Promise David, Jacob Schaffelberg, and Ali Ahmed. And Bosnia making subs. Lukic is off for Bozdar and Gigovic. And it's Lukic and Basic off. 61st minute. Laren and Promise should start. Laren should not start at all. No. 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 That doesn't help us. And Laren, maybe he comes on as a sub, but no. Larea gets taken down by Esmir Bajarak-Terovic. Free kick for Canada. Basic and Lukic are off. Yes, we already. So 3 subs left for Bosnia, 2 for Canada. Both in 2 windows. They have 2 windows. Out for a throw-in to sub. Okay, Switzerland probably will make us into a cheese fondue. I just hope it's spinach and artichoke dip. Free kick the other way for Bosnia. If they're gonna make Canada into a cheese fondue, I hope it's spinach and artichoke dip. Promise took down Tyrovic. I think Jonathan David should be attacking midfield. Well, once we get Marcelo Flores, that's a problem. Once we get Flores back. Header. Promise definitely showing very strongly. Kone. Promise is going to hold the ball. Good. Ali Ahmed keeps it. Ali Ahmed plays it through. Tenny Luache. It's out for throw-in for Canada? Yeah. Ali Ahmed. 63rd minute. Oh! Ali Ahmed, thank you. In through. Shot. Scuffed. Saved. Promise David, he's showing up. Man, if only that wasn't scuffed. I think a Bosnian player got his foot in there. Promise David's looked amazing for the time he's been on. He's really forced his way through. He's got some strength. Well, I'd rather have Tabasco than Canadian tears in my spinach and artichoke dip, but go ahead. Maybe the broth. Well, maybe that's the broth. I don't know. That you boil, double boiler in. I don't know. Possible. Playing forward. Eustachio. Shot wide. 65th minute. Already good presence from Ali Ahmed and Promise David. I'm about 90% sure we missed the net on a penalty. No qualms with Stockio having a goal. Stockio having a go there. Need shots. Playing forward. Oh. Not a bad idea. Back to Crepeau, 66th minute. I can feel a goal coming. I just hope it's Canada's. It's the easiest game to get a result. We haven't done that. Qatar is going to be tougher and Switzerland the hardest. Ball crossed in. Header. Down. Cleared. Or maybe we're just snake bitten.
Dang.
Playing forward. Takes down De Fugero. Free kick. This feels like the Gold Cup all over again. This feels like Curacao all over again. Or Guatemala. Or El Salvador. Free kick taken. Ahmed. Ali Ahmed. Ali Ahmed. Cuts through. Short. Crossed in. Ali Ahmed back on the ball. Over the head of Cornelius. It's out for a Bosnian throw. I mean, Ali Ahmed and Promise David have looked amazing since they came on. They've looked amazing. I'm sure we could find some.
Dang. Close
Isaiah says, Ron, I successfully got my rental car booked. I'm renting a Hyundai Ioniq 5 in Orange County for 5 days. Only ran me $346 for the week. That's not bad.
Not for the week, no.
Here comes Bosnia. That's out. Oh, no, it stays in. Get back, get back, get back, get back, get back, get back. Good job, Richie. Stand him up. Good. Good job, Richie. That doesn't sound bad. Hyundai Ioniq 5. Is that? I don't think that's electric, but I don't know. As I said, I'd rather have a Dacia Sandero than an electric car. And it's an absolute insult that Ferrari has an electric car. Free kick for Canada, I guess. Enzo Ferrari is going to be spinning in his grave to create enough energy to power an electric Ferrari car. I haven't seen an electric McLaren yet, at least. It is a fancy EV, so you'll be saving on fueling. That's probably why it was $346, because reasons, of course. De Fugero. And he fouls Kolasinac. I mean, Kolasinac just fell over, but okay. Sure. Averages $5.80 a gallon. Well, especially in California, yeah. Water break. Can't wait for Davies to come back and help Canada. It's not like it's going to be much. Hydration break to kill all momentum. Lovely. Leafs fan, Jays fan, football fan, this has not been a great year. Hell, even the Patriots. That was pretty good until the Super Bowl. That was a fun season. Until the Super Bowl. Then Drake May got his shit wrecked.
Crazy.
And then Mike Vrabel got caught cheating on his wife. Not that well... I'm just glad Vrabel didn't get fired, but luckily for Mike Vrabel, he has the one owner that probably wouldn't fire him for a cheating scandal like that. Because if Robert Kraft did fire him, he'd be a hypocrite. Davis is out to the knockouts, and Canada won't be making the knockouts unless we figure out our lack of play from today. I mean, we've been having this problem for a while. What do you mean? Not bad. Canada have a good team. They lack better chemistry to link up with the best plays. Or maybe they just can't finish. Is Drake at the game? Oh, well, that makes complete sense. If Drake's at the game, now I know why we're losing. Shithousing with the sprinklers. If Drake's at the game, I know why we're losing. Davies won't be seeing the World Cup is what I mean. Honestly, I don't think Davies is totally the answer anyway. But either way, goal kick for Bosnia. Header, pinged forward, Bosnia, second ball, wins it, throw in Canada. 20 minutes to tie the game at the very least.
They had the water break at the end, don't they?
Well, yeah, but I'm saying 20 minutes from 70.
That was only 4 minutes of time.
Well, there wasn't much else besides the goal in the second or the first half.
Yeah.
3-minute water break, 1 minute for 30 seconds for the goal. 4 minutes sounds about right.
Well, I thought a player was down a few times. It seemed to take.
Well, that was the first half.
Well, I know, that's what I'm talking about. Because it was only 4 after it.
I think second half with the keeper or both players dropping, water break, probably 4 or 5 at this point. At least it's not like 10-20 like the 2022 World Cup. Remember that?
Yeah.
How the 2022 World Cup had those long-ass stoppage times?
Man.
They didn't do it this time. Tomorrow, Qatar, Switzerland, Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, Scotland, and Turkey, Australia. Yeah. 73rd minute. I think, the first 3 are on Fox. The other one's on FS1. Throw in for Canada. And Bosnia making 2 of their final 3 subs. Bajrak is off for Bosnia. Esmir is off. And Memic is off for Sunjic and Alabegovic. Oh, yeah, I got the Nat. Okay.
Good.
Boom. Got it. Just to show that. Yeah, it doesn't. 34th minute. Canada are literally crashing out. They look embarrassed. Well, I'd be embarrassed too. I mean, I understand it. Like, no covering your mouth when you talk in the World Cup. I mean, I understand it because, I mean, that's exactly what Prestiani did to go at Vinny. Like, I feel like, then again, you barely can talk tactics, but either way, I mean, I guess I understand it. Playing forward. Looks like there's going to be another sub for Canada. 75th minute. Bosnia has 1 sub left in 1 window. Canada has 2 subs, which is about to be 1 in 1 window. 2 and 2. Bosnia, 75th minute. Hit that like button. Let's get this one. Oh, my God. They're bringing on Kyle Larin. I mean, fresh legs, I guess, but he's still shit. Kyle Larin's coming on for Canada. For Tenny Luache. I mean, was Luache that good today? No, but Kyle Larin's worse. But I guess fresh legs, so I guess there is a positive there. I don't know. Header. Canada.
Leave him down there, because nobody hit him. He jumped up weird.
76 minute. It's the same version. We're just... It's the same... I don't know. I mean, what happened is we're the same team as we were in Copa. We still can't finish. Things went our way in Copa. They don't seem to go our way anymore. Copa was, we finished enough and things went our way. That's all really that happened. I mean, were we really that good? No, but it was awesome. It was an awesome moment. That's what mattered. Things went their way to get them to a semifinal. They still couldn't finish. They still played well. They still were a good team. They still dominated possession and such, like they're doing here. They just finished enough to get themselves to a semifinal and a 3rd place match. Things haven't gone their way as perfectly as they did in Copa America ever since. And I think part of that is we used a lot of our magic in Copa America to make a statement. And now we've just ran out of fairy dust. Playing forward. Canada has it. Playing forward. Playing forward. Canada has a chance. They play it forward to Kyle Larin. Kyle Larin, goal! Canada ties the game. And it's Kyle Larin. Okay, I was shit-talking him and he scored. Okay, fine. I'm not complaining then. Kyle Larin ties the game. What do you know? The guy I shit-talk all the time scored the World Cup goal that may get us our 1st point if Tobias time doesn't hit. Why has it always got to be like that?
I don't know.
Good for Kyle.
Well, I was hoping he would come in and, yeah.
Kyle Larin scores a Canada goal in the World Cup. Passes it forward. Promise David. Kyle's the one who had the ball. Kyle Larin has the shot and puts it through. A draw still isn't great, but at least we could get our point. Our first ever World Cup point.
Guess that ain't over.
Welcome. Tobias time might still... I hope we reverse the trend of Tobias time, because it's still sort of a Canada thing, too. Not as bad as Toronto, but it's still sort of a Canada thing, too. 79th minute. 1-1. Honestly, we were the better team, and I'll take our first ever World Cup point. And Ishmael Kone, taking a drink of water, just hands Jesse Marsh the water bottle. Playing forward, 1-1. Kyle Larin, 31 goals and 91 appearances for Canada.
shall I wait to see the hand?
Let's go. The shit guy scored. Okay, Laren. Got to go for the win, man. I'm sure they will, but first goal in his last 15 international appearances. That's why he's shit. At least he saved his goal for a time that he should have. It needed to happen. How about that? Playing forward. Shot. Wide. Goal kick. You know what? At least he saved his goal for when it needed to happen instead of a friendly.
Exactly.
He still might be shit, but he came through when it mattered. And Laren was onside, yes. Perfectly onside. And then the perfect turn, and then he just lets it go. Sometimes they got to be a little bit greasy, and that was. Boom, boom, boom. Sometimes maybe you need a guy to be greasy. Come on, Canada. 81st minute. Don't Tobias time me. Playing forward. Schaffelberg. It's out for a throw for Bosnia. Playing forward. Haven't really had Bosnia really park the bus after scoring yet. Advantage play. Canada has the ball. Chips it through. It's going to go all the way back. Cause a mistake. 82 minutes. It's out for a throw. It's going to bounce out. Canada keeps it alive. And Bosnia gets it back. Pinballing around. Well, Canada looking solid right now. It's going to get all the way back to the goalie. Out for a goal kick. 82nd minute. Canada drawn Lando Norris, P1 and FP2. That sounds good to me today. Yeah, Lando actually led the second practice today in Barcelona. And he also won't have a grid penalty. He didn't have to take a new battery. So, if Lando could keep that going through quali, that'd be nice.
Oh, yeah.
83rd minute. Right now, Sneeko is watching the Canada-Bosnia game. He's rooting for Bosnia, and he's not happy about the tie. Okay, I don't understand why, but okay, sure. And those are the people getting views and not me. YouTube's like, we're going to put over videos. Well, okay, actually, this stream's doing pretty good, but, you know. Substitution. Canada's first point might happen as long as they don't get Tobias timed. And who knows, they might even have their first win. Canada won their last 7 international matches. No, they didn't. They drew Ireland last game in their last friendly. They drew Ireland. What do you mean won all 7, Fox? Bullshit. Kolasinac is off for Bosnia for Burnic. They've used all their subs. Canada has 1 sub left. Will they use it? It's out for a Bosnian throw. Honestly, Kolasinac has been Bosnia's best player. Honestly. Which, I guess McChronicle's pretty happy about that one, eh? Maybe? I don't know. Playing forward. Oof, Maron, what are you doing? That was a bad idea. Corner for Bosnia. 85th minute. Kolasinac is off. Oh. I mean, it did touch Larea last. Corner. Don't let it up now. Ball crossed in. We'll review the game once it's over, of course. blocked away. And, of course, we'll be back for USA Paraguay later tonight, 8 p.m. Playing forward, which feels just like a Copa America game. Schaffelberg. Throw in for Schaffelberg making his World Cup debut. I swear I hate these trading card things. Like, every debut has a patch now in, like, every sport. And they put them in a freaking one-of-one trading card to, like, artificially raise the value. It's like, come on now. We didn't do this back in the day. I should know. We have all these cards down here. 86 minute. Like, inserts are fine. I'm not saying they aren't. But make them things they wear all the time, like the jersey or parts of the grass or the dirt or something, you know? Like, these debut patches are just dumb. Like, you already have the tops now shit, which, either way, 86 minute. Let's go, Canada. Vamos, Canada. 86 minute. Throw in. Fox is like a little bit behind. Throw in for Johnston. 1-1. Throw in. Header. High-angled header. Brought down. Johnston has it. Cross in. Headed away by Bosnia. Oof. Oh, no. Get back. Get back. They pass it backwards, 87th minute. Steal for Canada. Good play. Sets forward. Promise David. Promise David has the ball. Brought down. Free kick for Canada. Come on, Toby. Come on. Promise. Eustachio. Let's see if it will fulfill my prediction of 2-1 Bosnia. I hope it's 2-1 Canada. Honestly, deserved. We deserve more than a point, but that's what happens when you don't finish. Playing forward. Ali Ahmed plays it. Defusero being where he is not a good sign. Playing forward. Cross, chip through, and
could have been 3-1.
Probably should have been.
Wow, it was a little luck on there.
Side.
Yeah.
Free kick, 88th minute. And Kone is down. 89th minute. $89 minutes of football. Kone. Alistair Johnston. They lose it. Bosnia makes the pass. 89th minute. Final minute of regular time. Blocked. Up in the air. Canada gets the second ball. Eustachio brings it down. Ali Ahmed. Free kick Canada. 89th minute. Canada plays Qatar next Thursday on the 18th. They play Switzerland on the final day of the group stage on the 24th. 12 shots to 7, 4 shots on goal to 3. Canada's free kick. Into the 90th minute. Probably the final kick of regular time, saved by the goalie. Getting to the 90th, and it looks like 6 minutes of stoppage time.
Yeah, said 6.
Yep, 6 minutes. Will Canada hold on for 6 more minutes to get their first ever World Cup point? Or could they find a way to get a goal and get all 3? Or get a goal, then hold on and get all 3? We're going to find out soon. Tobias time. Will Tobias time break hearts in Toronto once again? If it's going to happen, it's probably going to happen here. Throw in for Canada. Well, they put the FIFA logo. They actually fully did put the FIFA logo on the Canada, Toronto. Final sub for Canada. Jonathan Osorio coming on his birthday.
So does that add to the 6 minutes?
A little bit, probably.
Of course.
Eustachio for Osorio.
Well,
throw in. Osorio playing in his birthday, or playing on his birthday in the World Cup. His first chance of ever doing that, and it's on his home soil. His own stadium, mind you. Advantage played. Because, of course, Canada never made the World Cup in his career up until 2022, and then that was in December, or November, December. And now Canada hosts a World Cup in Toronto on Jonathan Osorio's birthday.
Wow.
And he gets to play in it for a couple of minutes at his own stadium.
So this will be
Club
another
stadium.
minute or so.
I don't know about that. Alabagovic goes down. Oh, come on. I don't know about that being a foul, but okay, fine. 92 minutes. Eustachio didn't really have that good of a game, frankly. Free kick for Bosnia. I gotta say, Eustachio didn't have really that good of a game, sadly. 92 minutes. Over the top. Headed on. Header. Defugero with a header. Laren. Laren gets pulled down and a free kick for Canada. Yellow card. 93rd minute. Laren start the next match. Let's not. Should promise? Yes. Laren, no. I don't care if he has a goal. No. He should not start the next match. You're crazy. Out for a goal kick. 93rd minute. Gatic gets a yellow card. Goal kick from Bosnia. Header. Playing forward. '94th minute. Back to Bosnia. Horrible pass right to Bosnia. Good tackle. Advantage play. Canada gets it back. Attacking is Canada. 94th minute. 2 minutes to go. Probably a little bit more will be allowed by the ref, I'm pretty sure. Osorio. Jonathan Osorio. Plays it over the top. Ali Ahmed. Crosses it. Caught by the goalie. Vasilic. High ball. Cornelius brings it down. 95th minute. Ali Ahmed. Back to Defugero. in the final minute of regular time, or stoppage time, I should say. This will end after the final whistle's blown. The question is, how will this go? Playing through. Cross in. Laren's shot blocked. That was probably the chance, but brought down by Crepeau. That was probably Canada's best chance to steal a winner. Would have been cool if they did. 1-1 draw. De Fugero. Final seconds. Referee might add a touch more with the substitution and the injury. Out for a throw. Nope, goal kick. 96th minute. Laren shot off the foot of a Bosnian player sliding in, and it's full time. They call straight for full time, and it's a 1-1 draw. Canada gets their first ever World Cup point in Toronto.
Well,
but they still did not win. But at least it's better than a loss.
Yes.
Fair result, I think. Yeah, Canada probably should have won, but a fair result nonetheless.
Yeah, it was tough.
With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on live streams. Hit that hype button. Put us up in the algorithm. Hit that hype button. Super chats, comments. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this game. And then, of course, USA Paraguay later. And then all 4 matches tomorrow will be live for. We'll have 2 reviews on the day. I'll see you later. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace.